Well, good morning. We've got another gorgeous day in the works. We got a little bit of rain last night, about a ½ inch. Didn't help the water level much. Cooled the water down a little bit. The lake is still close to 7-foot low. And we're supposed to get a little more rain this afternoon, and then we're supposed to have a huge heat wave by the end of the week. It's supposed to be real temperature is supposed to be over 100 degrees. So I'm down here at the dam just fishing. It's got pretty clear water, got a good color to it, and we're just going to give it a shot. And see what happens. A few people out this morning, but all in all, it's going to be a gorgeous day. Lord keeps providing, and I'm grateful for it. Just trying to throw a little top water this morning. I'm seeing a lot of shad and bait up close to the surface. I think that's as a result of the cooling rain we had. So I'm just going to see if I can get bit on top water real quick. I'm not going to try to do anything real fancy. Just going to fish. So let's just see what happens. Kind of clouding up on us a little bit. Don't think it's supposed to rain this morning. It's so quiet out here. It's just there's something. Don't know what it is, but I don't think it's a largemouth. It might be. No, catfish. Catfish. Start my day off with. All right, got some kitty cats. Like my crankbait. It might be what I'm seeing on depth finders. A bunch of catfish. Little catfish, but he's a catfish. Nice little channel cat. He'll quit wiggling, I'll get him off the hook. Hit the front hook, that's a good sign. Hey, I hear you. I hear you. You didn't want me doing this either, did you? There you go. Nice little channel cat. Oh, I got something big on this shaky head. Yeah. Here we go. Yeah, this is not a little This is not a little white perch. Get me wet. There we go. Got him. There's a news 2.5, 2 3/4. Yeah, that was a nice little fish there. Get my worm. I'm throwing a June bug this morning, even though his water's clear. And he kind of caught me by surprise. And I thought I was recording, so. But I wasn't, so that's why you didn't get the hook set part. But I like it when they want to bite. I'll bite this off. These Zoom worms are good. This is old mag trick worm, but bad thing about them is they tear up real easy. Zoom does a good job making baits, especially baits I can't make myself. All right, let's see if we can get another one. Right in this little gut I've been trying to fish. I started on top. Couldn't catch a largemouth on a crankbait, so I thought I'd pick up this shaky head. Let's see if there's another one down there. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Feel a little bit of water on me. It's like it's going to try to rain. Out there with their dogs, enjoying this pretty morning. Getting a lot of bait back in here. Oops, I got a hook showing. That ain't good. That ain't good. There we go. Fish look at that going, whoa, wait a minute, there's a hook in that. There it is, right there. That dog just come out and laid right down in the water. He's like, I got to cool off. There's one right there. Ooh. Ooh, he come right off. Barely had him hooked. Barely had him hooked. There we go. Ooh, good pound and a half. Good solid fish. They're clean as all get out. See, nice little fish. All right, let's see if we can't get another one right here. He bit right here by the boat. He bit right here. I'm feeling rocks whenever both times when I got bit, I felt some rocks. But neither one of them thumped it, they just had it. Which is kind of interesting. But again, like I was saying, with a shaky head, a lot of times you don't feel that thump. They just pick it up. Just feel like weight, and you just feel him swim off or move his head. That one just moved his head a little bit. Just work it along. Do you feel it, something on there? Sometimes you'll bump into a rock. I'm sure there's a stump or two left in here, but a lot of these stumps were old soft woods and they rotted out. And with the lake nearly 7 foot low, we're looking at not a lot of brush piles. Not a lot of good ones anyway. I've got some out here that they're not holding fish. Okay, I think I got bit right here. Something bit it, but it didn't want it. Oh, he still got it. Whatever it is, it's got a hold of it. It might be brim or something. Don't act like it's a bass, but I'm gonna set it anyway. Oh, it is a bass. It is a bass. He was biting just like a bluegill. He was biting just like a bluegill. Of course, he's not real big. A little bitty one, but hey, he's a fish. And he's what I'm after, species after. So there's a little old male right there. Well, that was more of a thump, 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 but he wouldn't let go of it. So, well, see, I need to change my worm. This thing here's about chewed up. So these Zoom worms are good, but they tear up too easy. I need to find me a mold so I can make my own, make it a little better. Problem is the salt. Oh, I need to retie that anyway. The salt Does make them hold it a little longer, but the problem is it creates voids in the plastic. Because everywhere there's a grain of salt, there's not plastic. Boy, look right over there, them little white perch just schooling like crazy. So, so I just tie San Diego knot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Bring it through the bottom, bring it through the top, cinch it all up, wet it real good, and pull it down good and tight. And then pull on the tag. And you'll see it just feather right in like it's supposed to. A little rocky down here, so it's good to check your line. That don't hurt to retie. Take a minute, retie, because I guarantee you if you don't retie, that's when the fish of a lifetime is going to bite. But if you do retie, they don't normally bite. I don't know how they know that, but they do. Come on. And we're back in business. Okay. Throw back up there. See if he's got a buddy. There's a lot of fish out here. Between these 2 points, there's a little point here and there's a little point here, and little gullies right in here. They've got these shad are hanging in here, and these white perch and white bass are just going nuts. If you got a kid or a young person that you want to bring fishing, just put them a little beetle spin. Sometimes you can get them to bite a topwater, like a tiny torpedo. Look at there. There's 2 ospreys fighting over something. And they can have a good time with these white bass and white perch. And there's one right there. Ooh, now this one here is pulling back. I think they like my shaky head this morning. I think they like my shaky head. All right, nice little keeper bass. That's about all he was, but he was a pretty little fish. Okay. Let's see if he's got another buddy up there. That was in the same place as the other one. I got a little patch of rocks that are hanging around right here. Let's see if there's another one down there. Yeah, these smaller ones, you're feeling them pick it up. Those first two I caught this morning, they were just there. There's them rocks right there. The wind's trying to get up. There's just a lot of fish on this depth. I wonder if it's showing on this depth finder here. Yeah, it's not showing here, but up on front, I'm showing a lot of bait. Looks like there's a lot of fish feeding, whatever. A little bit of everything, I guess. And got these little shad hemmed up in here. Oh, that felt good there. Yeah, that's fish. Oh, yeah. That's a little better fish right here. A lot better fish. A lot better fish. Right there on that rock pile. Okay, this one here we're going to have to weigh, because this one here is going to weigh in the 4.5, 5 pound range. I think. If I can get the. I got him hooked. You threw my cricket off. You threw my cricket off. Okay. You're hooked in the bottom lip. I've got to be careful with this. All right. Now there is a pretty bass right there. All right, let's see what this one's gonna weigh. Yep. I don't know if you can see that or not. It's 5.11. 5.11. That's a pretty fish right there. Okay, that 5.11 had to retie. He threw my worm off. So got him down. There's a little rocky spot, a little hard rocky spot right here on side this point. And it's on the upwind side of the point. And it seemed like when I got on the upwind side, my bites increased, and plus I found the little sweet spot. So let's see if there's another one on this sweet spot. But it's I figure with low cloud cover and everything and the water temperature is only, well, it's sitting at 84. But you think they'd be running shad, and there's white bass, white perch, catfish, small bass, so everything's in here. And like I said, these shad are piled up in here. Between these 2 points and this little gully. So fish could be anywhere out in here. But I've been throwing to the same general area, and I'm in those rocks now. And they're all feeding pretty good, but I would have thought they'd be chasing, like these white perch and everything, I thought there'd be largemouth in them. But they're not. Largemouth just kind of sitting there waiting for these shad to swim by, or something else to swim by. They're probably feeding on these white perch and white bass, because there are a lot of little tiny ones in here. I tried throwing a crankbait earlier this morning, and usually when that happens, I get bit. But they're wanting me to crawl this big worm on the bottom, and they're picking it up when I get around one of these sweet spots. We're going to just continue to fish this little area right here just to see what's going on. I'm only sitting in 12 foot of water, and I'm throwing up there, and it's 12, 14 foot up in here, but I'm on the end of this point working this edge, and it just seems to work. Oh, there's one there. Got a hold of it. I don't know if he still got it. I think I pulled it out of his mouth. No, he's got it. No, he don't have it. I pulled it out of his mouth. Right on them rocks. Right on them rocks. I didn't feel that bite. I thought I was coming over a rock. And I was. But there was a fish on there too. So yep, there's one right there. Come across them rocks. Now he is swimming at me with it. Where is it? There he is. There he is. I got it. Oh, another decent one. Found the sweet spot, and they seem to be wanting to hang around it. That'd have been a 2-minute violation on my left. There you go. Another 2-pounder, 2 1/4. There we go, pretty little fish. All right, we're gonna put this little baby back. Let's see if we catch another one. Throw it out here just a little bit to the right. I'm right on the edge of this point, and I'm bringing it right down the edge of this point, and I'm hitting these little rocky outcroppings on the sides of it. And it's got fish on it. So, no needing searching around for fish, burning gas when I got them right here, as long as they'll keep biting. Imagine when that sun finally burns through these clouds, it's probably going to be a little different ball game. It might move out a little deeper. Okay. Now that come off of something, and I don't know if he hit it on the... I think that's a fish. We're gonna find out. Yeah, it is. He hit it as soon as I come off that rock. I thought I did. I thought maybe it was either that or I bumped another rock. Oh, this feels like a pretty good fish. Oh yeah, another good one. Another good one. Another good one. Yeah, he's gonna try. He's gonna try to rub me off on that boat. There we go. All right, let's get down here and get him. He swallowed it. He swallowed it. There's another pretty one. Oop, he did swallow it. I think I can get it out. I think I can get it out. He did. He gulleted it right on down. Okay, I got the hook. She had swallowed it down. There's no blood. That's a good thing. There's another nice one. Probably in the four and a half. All right, let's put this darling back. All right. Come on, little darling. Thank you for biting. Give you a kiss before I do that. Make my wife jealous. Come on. There you go. There you go. All right. Somebody let the dogs out. About to end my cricket off. The line's in good shape. I'm not doing anything special with this worm. It's just a mag trick in the June bug color. It is June, it's the end of June. And it's my puppy dog's birthday today. He is 11 today. So I would have him out here, but he barks all day long. Every time I make a cast, he'll bark. Not exactly sure why. I think he's telling me to catch one, catch one, catch one, catch one, catch one. But I love him to death. 11-year-old blue heeler. He's just gotten to where he's having a hard time getting around too, so. Now that fish bit. I was kind of stuck on a rock, and when I popped off, I felt it boom. And I think he was just looking at it. And it was more of a reaction strike than it was anything, but it felt just like I bumped into another rock down there. There's one right there. Oh my goodness. Oh, he come off. That was Another good one. That was another good one. Never even got the hook to him. Yeah, he just had a hold of it. He just had a hold of it. Didn't get a good hook set on that fish. Let's see if we can. Is that gonna fish all right? Yeah, that'll be all right. All right, well, let's throw back up there and do it again. Fish are still on the bottom down here. I don't see a lot of chasing going on this morning. Now, there was a lot earlier this morning, but I think they're setting there. Oh, there's one right there. Has he got it? I think he dropped it. They might be going negative here. He got it now. Because he's swimming out here toward me with it. There we go. He don't feel like he's as big as what I just lost. He's not. But he's a fish. Only got half a worm left. Look like one of them birds got a hold of you. Nice little fish. He's not too bad, but he's not a big one. He's a strong little fella. There we go. Nice little one. There we go. Start here in a little deeper water off the edge here. See what we get out there. Somebody grabbed it. Yeah, he got it. Swimming at me with it though. There he is. Whoa. Whoa, this one here feels like it might be a good one. No, he was just strong and I lost him. That's weird. Are you sure? Now, where did he come off? Where did he come off? I think he was around something and I couldn't get the whole hook in him. But he's right here on the edge of this. There he is. Of course, I get the little ones. I get the little ones. And you are stuck in a weird spot. Nice little one. I'm gonna have green glitter in my teeth. Worms tear up so easy. no fish. He was holding it. I think they're getting a little finicky. I've caught too many of them in one spot. I'll try a little bit longer and then let this place rest. They might have moved on out here because I see a lot of bait right out here. A lot of stuff on the bottom here. I don't see no feeding like I did. Now there's a bite. Yeah, they grab it, they're just not. I feel like it's raining. All right, one more cast here and then we'll move up here and fish this rocky side of this point. See if we can find another little spot. There used to be little bitty stock ponds in here, but there's no dam, it's all silted in. But it's just a gully. And but these points are what I imagine they're biting on points like this all over the lake, but there's a good bite there. Now that ought to be a fish. Yeah, he's running with it. He's got it. Yeah, he's got it. Strong. We're going to call it a day. It's been a good day, real good day. It's very rare that I get to sit in one spot and catch so many fish. And they were quality fish. They weren't the little babies. A few babies in there, but there were still some good quality fish. All of my fish came today on a 1/2 ounce shaky head with a 5/0 hook and a Zoom Magnum trickworm in the June bug. It was really cloudy. In fact, it's still cloudy, but the sun's trying to come out. But I started the day with the top water. Couldn't get anything. Threw the crankbait and I caught a catfish and some white perch on the crankbait. But I got to noticing that a lot of fish and the bait started laying on the bottom. So I found a point that had a rough spot. It was gravel or some kind of rock or gravel, maybe a little bit of wood. And every time I pulled the shaky head through there, I got bit. And it was all different size fish. I did lose a few decent fish, but for overall, it was a really, really good day. Probably had 15 to 20 fish. It's going to get hot toward the end of the week, so I was trying to get some things done. We had lightning last night that ran in on my shop, and I've got to go replace some ground fault plugs that got burned up. But they didn't. But the equipment that was plugged into it is okay. So the ground fault did its job. But anyway, so I just wanted to let you know that the shaky head to me is the new Texas rig. It's I use it most of the time, even when I'm pitching and flipping. I'll use it. This is, like I said, this is a 1/2 ounce. My favorite size is 3/8, but the hook I have in it right now is not big enough for this big worm, because this is an 8-inch worm. And as the day's gone on, the fish are still picking it up, but they're grabbing it by the tail. I've missed quite a few fish, and they're just swimming around with it, but they got it by the tail. So they're getting into a negative mood. This time of day, they kind of slow down anyway. But we've got storms supposed to be moving in this afternoon. We need all the rain we can get, but we just don't need the bad weather that goes with it. So anyway, I want to thank you for spending your time with me. And until next time, good fishing. Stop recording.